Breaking news, y'all. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is being investigated by CPS. And if you don't believe me, here are the receipts. Now, my friend Case Studies sent this to me. Look at this. You can pause to read it. But child, it's saying thank you for reporting. And it's saying in there that DCFS has to look at it to see if it deems being investigated into. And it does. They are saying they are investigating it. Child, this is a big deal. This is a big deal because I personally would not make a report, but just because, you know, I report on stuff, I'm not going to insert myself in it. But this is something that I feel like needed to be done because based on what we've seen, there's been issues. And obviously CPS believes that too. So for all of the people that keep saying, no, that's not what's going on, it is very obvious that there's stuff going on that needs to be addressed. And this is proof. But y'all, let me go on and mind my business. I just wanted to show y'all. Listen, this is the tea, hot, fresh, off the press, okay? Before I say what I have to say, I'm going to say this is all alleged. But not Gypsy Rose's attorney out here having a girls' empowerment luncheon for teenagers when she is supporting the girl who unalived her mom for sausage. When she allegedly actually defends the abusers, not the abusee. Like what? What are we doing? Are we for real right now? And just the whole Bless Your Heart organization, just, it's given, you know what Bless Your Heart means in itself. You know she playing on our tops, right? This is nuts, y'all. I just, what is really happening? Like, what is she doing? Miss Ma'am, you are literally supporting the girl who unalived her mom and defended her in her divorce, knowing she was the person that was emotionally abusive. But you're teaching about abuse to young teens? Seems weird to me. I don't know, but this is all alleged. Y'all take this for what you want. And for all of you that don't remember, months ago when I found out about her attorney, a lot of people had reached out to me saying that this same attorney has a nonprofit organization for abuse and things like that. But she's also an attorney and she defends the abusers in most cases. After further research, it seems as though, and this is alleged, that she is like one of like the lower budget attorneys in the area. And so the people that really can't really get attorneys like fall to her. Or, you know, people that don't really want to spend too much money, they go to her. And y'all, I have a whole lot of people that reached out to me about her with stuff that is unimaginable. And I just think this is so crazy that I don't really even know what to say, y'all, but just all in the name of the Lord. Make it make sense.
Well, I definitely am, like you said, making sure I'm putting enough. Holy shit, are those orcas? Whoa. Did you see that? No. Is that what that is? Yeah. That's an orca? Yes. No. Holy there it is again. I didn't know they even came out here.
No, that's a dolphin.
Oh. Are you with me?
No, that's dolphins.
Is it really a dolphin?
Yeah, it's a dolphin. We call it a porpoise. We call it a massouin. Yeah.
Man, I'm tired of all these French words for everything. That was cool. There it is again. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, balance. Because I know that it's going to be a lot for Gypsy, too.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Oh,
on the bottom.
Woo. Holy
picture time.
Could you imagine the father of your child acting like that? And look, I'm not born and raised in the South, so I don't know that much. But I do know Urkers are not in Louisiana. It's too hot, too muggy. I just feel like that's kind of the obvious, but I don't know. That's when you know you mismanaged your lady parts. Your dad is laughing at him. And if you know Rod, you know for Rod to be laughing at Ken, embarrassing. All right, y'all, we finna spin a block. But this spin a block is going to be chaotic because this is all videos from around this time. You know, watching these videos really makes sense about what's all going on right now. And it's actually kind of funny to see it a year later and be like, oh, that makes sense now. Now that I understand what all is going on. But y'all, let's put your seatbelts on. And for everybody or anyone that says they don't like the spinner blocks, then you could just scroll on. I don't understand why you feel the need to tell me that in my comment section. If you don't like it, there's plenty of people that do, so keep it rolling. Anyway, let's spin a block. Put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on.
I made that choice to no longer communicate with Ken anymore. Too much trust has been broken between Ken and I for me to ever truly have that relationship back. There's no point in keeping my head in the rearview mirror. So I said, yes, I did lie to you. I omitted the truth. But I want to go into this marriage with no regrets. I want to go into this marriage knowing that I wiped the slate clean of any omissions, lies, anything.
Girl, you still lying, baby.
I just need to know that if some bitch calls you and says, hey, me and this blonde bimbo didn't work out, let's get back together, you're not going to say, f it. I deserve to be happy.
She is the blonde bimbo.
You don't understand how I feel. And I don't expect you. I have said what I need to say. And it's what I need to do to move on with my life.
But I just want to know that I'm chosen over him.
Well, clearly, because I'm married.
So I don't know if y'all picking up on what she putting down, but either her or Ken obviously were cheating, and there's trust issues. You think if there was trust issues one time, it's not going to be there again. Trust issues are like having a phone with no service. All you can do is play games. But that's why she's so worried about what's going on the internet, because she obviously knows the grass ain't greener on the other side. Okay? But child, look how she did Ryan. And he said, you know, that blonde bimbo. Ryan, she is the blonde bimbo now. Child. I don't even know what to say about this. And you know what's so funny? You know, the fact that people could say that Ken isn't condoning it, but the reality is he is, because this says it all. This clip says it all. Gypsy was out here running her mouth a little bit too much for a check to make herself look silly. Okay.
Okay, so this is your first time on the beach, you said, yeah?
This is my first time on the beach. I've never walked in the beach. What? This feels so weird.
How does it feel on your toes, having the sand?
Oh my god, it feels so different. Like, I don't even know how to describe it right now. It's just, like, it's heavy. It makes you romantic to walk in this stuff. And it keeps you in your toes. You're trying to walk, but it's like you're walking in, like, I don't know, really heavy shoes. It's so like you I don't know what to think of it. We're going in the water?
Or just the feet, just the feet.
Okay. Oh, I'm swimming in it.
What do you think about the Pacific Ocean?
Oh, I love it. It was so cold, but it was like so like a scene out of a movie.
Did you feel like it was pulling you in?
It did. I was like a little wobbly there, but it was so beautiful.
Slipped away like a bottle of wine, 'cause you were never mine.
I think the biggest
biggest misconception is that I'm a master manipulator. I think that, yes, I've made some bad choices in the past, but I don't think that labels me as an individual. I think that everybody should have a second chance and make themselves into a new person, and I feel like I should be given that same grace as well.
Gypsy says the most common misconception she heard of herself is that she is a master manipulator. She says this is not true. Many people believe she is a master manipulator because some believe she got a lighter sentence for her role in helping unalive her mother, instead of trying to run away or reach out for help. Many also believe she was taught how to be manipulative by her mother, and by default she is a manipulator now. Some also believe that she manipulated her ex-boyfriend, Nicholas, to unalive her mother for her. Gypsy claims to have made a lot of progress while in prison, and learned a lot about life, and about herself to not be the person her mother was. Regardless of how anyone views her, she is now free.
Gypsy said, it's the queen, Gypsy, to you, Christy. Christy said, I'm just trying to live to see another day, baby. And I can't play with Jip Jip because you know what she did to her last mama, honey. So I'm just trying to make it to another day. Christy's like, where do you want me to be, Jip Jip? Wherever you want me to be, just tell me, baby. All hail Queen Gypsy. Y'all, this is too much. She said, I'm free as a bird. I told my parole officer to catch me. That is. All right, y'all. That's kind of what's going on. So this was while she was in LA. I think this is really funny to see. It's hilarious. I don't know about y'all, but this is cracking me up. And Gypsy's like, can I have one of those that put on my shoes and take it off? I needed that when I was pregnant. Ooh, child, it's tea time with Nina, but this time we don't have the mug because it's way too hot to even bring the mug out. Check this out, child. So she revealed that Ken Urker is moving to Louisiana, child. Let me tell you something. I sure hope he doesn't come back in a box or a mason jar. Because y'all keep giving this girl this celebrity status, honey, and it is going right to the head, baby. And when I say it's coming, y'all, just save this video so when it spins the block, you're like, I keep telling you, y'all keep playing with her. Y'all don't realize this girl is dangerous. Dangerous. He's living dangerously. You're living too dangerous for me. You're living dangerously. You're living too dangerous for me. I'm telling you. I don't even like making a prediction like this because I don't even like the fact that I know that this is where this is heading, but y'all have seen these predictions and I have been right each and every time. Y'all, this girl's finna be real jealous of whatever pops up. And when things start to go south, she's about to have a baby. And after that, you know what? Just the fact that she's out here in LA acting like this, and Ken's mama was talking about grace and all this. This shows exactly why nobody should be giving her grace. Like this shows everything. Like everything. Like all of what she's been doing yesterday, if that doesn't show y'all anything, people are warped. Very warped. And this is wild, y'all. Look. Listen, I hope the man is safe and everything ends up okay, but just based off of like how things have been and who she is, this ain't gonna go very well, y'all. Eek. Ken, how do you get a man's initials on your necklace after just like a weekend of talking again? A matter of fact, what is it that you really love about her? Oh, Oh, never mind. I got it. I know that was a dumb question, Ken. I'm sorry. I should have known better. I should have really known better. I'm sorry. I don't know. This is just mind-boggling to me, and it's baffling. Like, I really don't understand it, and now it makes sense. It really does make sense. I get it. I understand. You know, sometimes things happen, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But I think you gotta look past that right there and just know that there's better things out there. Really, truly is. Ryan Anderson actually responds back to Gypsy's comment via video. And do you want to hear what he said?
Hey guys, I just want to say hey. I'm just getting home from work, so Pixie's all excited to see me, going nuts for me. That's my girl. I just want to say, guys, I'm not getting rid of Pixie. I love this dog too much. And yeah, I'm wearing my glasses. I went to work today. Anyway, guys, the response to my videos have been unreal. My last video got 7 million views, so that's unreal. I actually had one of my wrestling icons reach out to me by text, and guys, that just uplifted me tremendously. You have no idea. So, Chris, if you're out there watching it, thank you. You forever be one of my heroes. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks again, guys. And I know my video got a lot of traffic due to a comment. Just wanted to say thanks for the comment. No, that's terrible. Anyway, guys, appreciate it. Bye.
Y'all, have y'all seen this? So Gypsy Rose commented on Ryan Anderson's post saying, "Tell him how you wanted to get rid of Pixie. I have the receipts. Funny how all you post is her, and then you text how you want to dump her off on somebody else. People will see who you really are soon." He said, "I'm thinking of giving her to an actual family, like I wanted with you." She says you were her family. "If she was a child, would you give our kid up for adoption because we are separated? I trusted you to love and take care of her. Irresponsible AF." Yikes. I think this may be a bit narcissistic. I may be wrong. But I am really curious to know, how does Ken feel? Because if I was Ken, this would be an embarrassment to me. The fact that you're hopping on your ex's video that you just left. Eek. What do y'all think? Y'all get ready with me, but the tea is hot. Okay, I have my bonnet on because y'all ain't even ready for this tea. So y'all need to really hang in because I'm about to go in on what this is all about. So for those of you that don't know, this right here is Christy Blanchard, which is Gypsy Rose's stepmom. Now, I have been very vocal earlier on when I started reporting about Gypsy that I felt as if her stepmama, Christy Blanchard, was always up to no good. And simply because her dad was never really involved too much in her life, allegedly. And the fact that the dad wasn't really involved, but Christy Blanchard had always stuck around and never had an issue with that. And now that Gypsy has been paroled and she has this series, all of a sudden Christy loves her so dearly and is there for her like a mother that she never had. Now, I want to be abundantly clear. Initially, when I started speaking on Christy Blanchard, I only knew what I knew from the docuseries and Rachel, who is Gypsy Rose's ex-best friend. Now, everything we've seen in the docuseries, we know is not 100% accurate, and we know that this is just out of the lenses of Gypsy Rose and people in the docuseries. So in my opinion should have never really mattered to the Blanchards because I was just reporting on a show just like everybody else was. Now, Rachel, Gypsy Rose's ex-best friend, did tell me that the reason why Gypsy did not invite her to her welcome home party was because Christy did not like Christy did not like Rachel. Now, this is Christy Blanchard's TikTok page, and I want you guys to see what she puts in her bio. Isn't that interesting? But just hang on to that for a sec, because we're going to catch you all up as to why this is all lies. So, allegedly, Ryan was a friend of Christy Blanchard's. I don't know Ryan very well. This is someone that I have seen as a content creator here on TikTok, and I have been on a live with her before, and the interaction was fine, but after that, it ended up going south for whatever reasons. She posted these screenshots allegedly on her Facebook, and someone sent these to me. I want you guys to pause to read it. So the people in this text message, one is Ryan and the other one is Jamie, which was the PR person that Christy said she hired. Now, this was not a real PR person. This was actually another content creator's old mod that is totally against Christy, that she used as a PR person, and she said she was a private PR company for the public. Make it make sense, but whatever. However, I realized Christy had it out for me. Now, if you guys don't know, I have been reached out to by Lifetime, and Lifetime asked to use some of my content. Not for me to be in the show, but just some of my content in reference to Gypsy, which honestly, I don't think is a big deal, and I don't think Christy should have been hung up over that. So basically, in those screenshots you seen, her PR person was saying that I was lying, I am not going to be on the show like I said I was, and to make it clear, my content is going to be on the show. I personally am not physically going to be on the show, it's going to be my content, okay? I honestly think this entire family is extremely crazy, and I would not want to be in the same space with them. Not that I'm scared of them, just why would I put myself in a situation with people that are that crazy? And no one ever asked me to be physically on the show. Let's make that clear. However, Ryan, who is Christy Blanchard's friend, or was, I don't know their situation, tried to come for me in multiple videos. She tried to lie and deceive and say that I tried to misgender people, I was bullying them, and it was all just to try to tear me down and have my followers stop following me, and thinking that she was going to break me. Now, the interesting part about that is I actually ended up gaining followers during that time, which was really not my intentions. Whether I had followers or not, you know, I've always created content and that's kind of my thing, so I was okay with whichever way it went. But that's when I really realized that my followers really wrote for me. However, let's move forward. Christy Blanchard actually, she didn't post this. One of her friends, which is Bree, that it's weird how they met, but I'm not going to go into that. Here's the screenshot. So I don't know if you've seen this, but it seems like Miss Christy Blanchard has a potty mouth. Y'all need to go back and pause to read the screenshots, because that screenshot is so telling on who this lady is, okay? Now, she has tried to say this whole time, be kind to everyone, we're all adults in all of the comment sections, but behind closed doors, her text messages are vile. So now, Christy Blanchard clearly has it out for me. Now, this was all just based off a docuseries and what I seen from her and from what I heard from Rachel. This was just that. So for a woman to get so hung up on information that she had put out there says a lot about why is she so upset. All I can tell you is a hit dog will always holler. So I think that this whole situation is just a little bizarre to be so hung up over a content creator and other content creators that have done exactly the same thing. But one thing I notice about that is those other content creators that you don't go after, they don't look like me. So y'all can draw your own conclusion about that. But Miss Mims, don't bark up this tree, love. It's just not that serious. There's no reason that it should be going like this. This is the internet. And as Gypsy always says, it's not real at all. And also, you don't have to tell Bree to block me. I blocked Bree weeks ago when she started her shenanigans. Because just in case you don't know, I don't keep people on my page that I feel are toxic. All of your friends have been blocked from my pages a long time ago, baby doll. I also heard you weren't sleeping well at night because so many people on the internet. Now, my advice would just say to cut off the internet, delete TikTok, and just keep it pushing. Because for you to be offended or be bothered by random people that don't really know you, it says that what we think is actually accurate. I know you have people trying to defend you, but there are people that don't really know you that well, and that's clear. But everybody on the outside looking in sees you exactly for who you are. And that really has you all up in a tizzy. And one thing I think you should remember is I never reached out to Gypsy. Gypsy reached out to me. But let's not be mistaken. Miss Gypsy keeps a man Blanchard. She will see soon enough who you really are. But I also think she already knows. She's just playing the part. So my suggestion, Miss Christy Blanchard, would be to stay off the internet. And don't worry about content creators, because if you're on reality TV, we're gonna speak. That's the purpose. And if you look in my bio, it says what I discuss. So I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye for now.
Why are you crying over that ugly guy who fumbled you when your face card would have literally rebranded his whole bloodline? Like, seriously, you were about to do charity work. Your DNA alone could have fixed his family tree. You were one I do away from giving his future children jawlines. And he said, no thanks. He really looked at you, the full package with next day shipping, and said, nah, I'm good. Bro, you're not. Okay, all he brings to the table is inconsistent texting and a beard that doesn't connect. Okay, you really sat there crying over a man whose haircut cost $12 and who wears slides with socks to dinner. You were about to single-handedly save his entire lineage. But he fumbled. He said, nah, I think I'll go ruin my own life instead. Make it make sense. You're out here giving main character energy, and he's walking around built like a background extra in a car insurance commercial. Let him go. Let him return to the wilderness from which he came, where the lighting is always bad and no one moisturizes.
All right, so let me know what you think of this video, because there's so much going on. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I get the chance to put in the video of Christy putting on Gypsy's shoe, I'm going to speak on it and show it to y'all, because I think that video is hilarious. It's funny to me to see her put the girl's shoes on. Okay, I said what I said.